Marketing your small business in 2023 can feel like the Wild West. And while it's super competitive out there, there is a new marketing opportunity in town that is considered pure gold, and it's called UGC, user-generated content. Okay, so it's not exactly new, but as a small business owner, you may not know what user-generated content is, or you may not know how to leverage it to promote your small business for free. So let's go ahead and get right into it and start talking about how you can utilize user-generated content to build the power of trust, community, and engagement for your small business. Since we're all straight shooters around here, let's start off with the very basics. What is user-generated content? User-generated content, also known as UGC, or sometimes referred to as consumer-generated content, is original brand-specific content that is created by customers. User-generated content can be anything from videos to photos, reviews, testimonials, tutorials, and even just the basic social media post. The key is that it is not created by the business, but rather by a real-life person who utilizes the product or services. Additionally, it is not an ad. It is a real-life story, opinion, review, or testimonial. Now, you may be wondering why it is that user-generated content is considered pure gold if a small business has no way of shaping, framing, or even having a say in the type of messaging that occurs in the video or photos or post, but it's because user-generated content offers so much more on top of that, including the fact that it is the modern day word of mouth. Because of social media, people are way more savvy and understand the concept of a paid sponsorship. And so when they see that somebody has posted a paid sponsorship or is doing a review where a company has sent them a product or has given them a free version of a service, they understand that at some point money has exchanged hands, and therefore user-generated content where no money has exchanged hands actually supersedes those paid sponsorships, because the user-generated content is actually an authentic review or an authentic opinion about that product or service. People trust this type of content because it is unbiased, and it's also coming from somebody that regularly uses the product or service. It provides an opportunity for customers to be a part of the business's journey. There is nothing that people love more than to be able to help a small business along the way by sharing the products and services that they love most with their friends and family members. In turn, for a small business, what it also does is it allows them to incorporate and to bring customers along so that way they feel invested in the growth of that small business. With a little guidance, they can easily create deeper connections outside of just that one interaction at the register, in store, or online after making a purchase. It's cost efficient. At the end of the day, user-generated content is a marketing strategy that you can implement with little to no cost, because your customers are the ones who are taking the time to photograph, to videotape. You don't have to do any of the editing or invest any other types of resources into putting the content together. They also are taking the initiative to upload it onto their own social media or to send it your way so that you can utilize it for any other initiatives that you have, whether that be on your website or on your social media. The only cost that would be associated with it would be any of the costs that you incur in communicating what type of content you want them to create. So for example, if you are an ice cream shop and you want to encourage people to take selfies with their ice cream cones and utilize a hashtag #coneheads, so then they can flood social media and tag your small business, then perhaps what you do is you actually print some posters that you can put up in your ice cream shop to show them what type of selfies you like, and also to encourage them to use that hashtag. The cost of the posters is the only investment you're making in encouraging people to actually create that user-generated content. It's effective. Studies have shown that user-generated content can easily seal the deal for any potential buyers that are teetering on the edge of whether to purchase your product or service. Think of it this way. How many times have you gone on Amazon to look at a certain product only to be swayed or dissuaded from buying that product because of the reviews that you read through online? User-generated content is a very powerful tool to be able to motivate others to purchase your products and services because it provides what we call social proof. How do you motivate people to create user-generated content? Customers like to create user-generated content for several different reasons. It can either be because they genuinely love your product and service or your small business, or it could also be because you're incentivizing them to create this type of content. So here are a few ways that you can encourage your customers to start creating user-generated content for your small business. 1. Create a unique hashtag. 2. Launch contests or giveaways. 3. Include your employees. Encourage them to capture videos or photos that they can share on their social media accounts and then tag your business. 4. Create an ambassador program. 5. Promote the idea of user-generated content on your website. Tell people what kind of videos, photos, testimonials, or reviews you look for, give them examples, and then tell them how to submit the work they create. Can they email it to you, upload it, or simply upload it to their social media accounts and use a certain hashtag or just tag your business? What can you do with user-generated content? The best part about utilizing user-generated content as a marketing strategy to promote your small business is the fact that you don't just have to use it on social media. You can actually use it for other marketing initiatives like your website. Consider incorporating a section of your website, whether that's an independent page on the website or something that you include on the home page that promotes your user-generated content. This could be done by including a photo gallery or a video gallery. Also, don't forget to include details on what type of hashtags you want them to use or what type of content you want them to create, whether that's something that is focused on the product or videos of them utilizing your products or even selfies or outfits of the day if it's clothing that you sell. Be sure that you provide all of the details right there on the website and give them information on how to go about submitting or what hashtags to use on social media so that then you can respond and find that user-generated content. Ads. This is a great way to actually give your brand a less polished look and make it a little more authentic and relatable to people so that they could use it in their everyday life. While you do want those high-resolution images that you can utilize for, let's say, your website, it's nice to be able to have images that others take because it shows your product or service in a different light, and that's what people are looking for. An authentic brand. Email campaigns. This not only gives you way more content that you can share with your subscribers on that email list, but it also encourages people to continue to make user-generated content because everybody wants their content included in these different platforms. And so if they have the opportunity to have their content shared with your subscribers, then they're more likely to go about creating those photos and videos to submit so then you could highlight or spotlight them throughout your emails. And goes without saying, there are two very important things that you want to do before you repurpose or share any user-generated content on an email, on your website, or in your ads. And that's number one, to be sure that you credit the original creator of the content. So give them a very brief shout out. Be sure that you are tagging their social media platforms so that you give credit where credit's due. And number two, be sure that you are asking specific permission to be able to use it, especially if you want to use it on an upcoming ad campaign or within your email campaigns. As a small business owner, leveraging user-generated content can feel like striking gold because it allows you to create a more authentic feel and personality to your brand, as well as increase those sales and develop a deeper connection with your customers. Hey, if you're an SOB, small owned business, then stick around and watch this next video right here. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have over 200 marketing videos available for you to watch today. Also, don't forget to head over to our website at www.thisseasonmarketer.com where you can find freebies and other downloads and a free workshop that you can access today.